Biology, our chapter number is 7, and that is men and its environment. Here, men is like the general terminology that is used for all living organism. So, environment. When you hear a word environment, what comes in your mind? Does air, soil, water come in your mind? Yes, that's great. So, let us understand what is environment and what is environmental biology. So, let me give you an example. We are living in such environment, like land is an environment. You may also say that the area where an organism lives, that is also known as environment, or we may call this as a habitat, right? So our habitat must be land, and if we talk about the habitat of frog, so that is of course pond or water. Okay, so the environment where what do we say, living thing interbreeds and they had an interaction between non-living environment, or you may say abiotic environment, that is known as environment. Okay, so there was then in this chapter, this is there is nothing conceptual, everything is based on rote learning or theory. So let us understand that what there here is in book, here is a term is given, that is environmental biology. So let us discuss that what it is. So yeah, this is the study of the global changes and the interaction of abiotic and biotic components. So what you'll be thinking, that what are these terms? So biotic means living, and a, the word where a comes, that is known as absence, and of course biotic means living, so absence means non-living, as simple as that. So if I could give you the example of abiotic substance or compound, that includes water, soil, and temperature, these are non-living. Like, these substances are non-living, but the living organisms have a huge benefit on it. So we'll see later how temperature, soil, and many more. So if we talk about the biotic compounds, that includes if I could give you example of, like us, the human beings, okay, animals and fungi, bacteria, animals, and many more. So the interaction of these compounds or component with them, this is known as environmental biology. I hope you got it. Moving towards our next topic, that is level of ecological organization. So what does this word means to you? We need to decode at first. Okay, ecology or eco means home. This is a Latin word which means home, and of course logy or logos means to study. Okay, so ecology basically defines the home, and like this home doesn't define your house and that kitchen and these all. It define here in the term of bio, it mean environment. Okay, so as we have studied the level of organization in ninth class, so here in metric book of biology chapter number 7, they have given level of ecological organization. So let me remind you that what we have studied in level of organization in ninth book. There was subatomic level, right? Then atomic, then molecular, cell, tissue, and organism. Okay, so this and like then species, community, and then what do we say, biosphere. Okay. So in the like ecology, the level of organization is like from a range from organism to biosphere, and where the organism lives in the environment that is known as I told you before, is called habitat. Okay, habitat or where and where an organism lives. Okay, so for example, if I give you an example of a frog, yes, I have already given you, so that it lives in pond. Okay, so like they lives in pond, and in pond they have the same species, right? So the same species where like the particular species form population. Like if I give you example, except then frog, so if I tell you that a group of people, group of human are sitting in a class, so that will be known as population. Okay, like if you're talking about the population of Pakistan, the population of other countries, so they are directly pointing out the human beings, the ratio of human beings, so that refers to the population. Going towards the next, the population then become into community. Then what is community? So the species that interact with each other that form community. I hope you got it. Means like species here will be different. Like we have taken the example of frog, so here we are taking the example of deer and lion. So this and this, when these species will be combined, they'll form community. Okay, so next is here we have gotten the new page, so we are talking about the frog. So frog is a species, right? So if we talk about the community or the its live in ponds or the fresh water, so like in the population of frog, it include insects and worms, fishes. So these form community, right? As I told you before that the different species are living in the same habitat that is known as community. Okay, so during this during this they interact with each other. Their interaction with living and also non-living. Non-living is known as ecosystem. Okay. So this word was first proposed by Tensley. Let me remind the way. It was 1935. So this Tensley introduced the word ecosystem, which means eco means, as I told you, that a house, home, and system means it's like the interaction between the non-living and the living organism. They interbreed and they form a offspring. So this is known as ecosystem. There are many possibilities in ecosystem. Like the largest possible major community comprise of all ecosystem, like when all the ecosystem or the community will be combined, they will form a biosphere. Okay, biosphere. Here I've missed one more, that is bio. You need the terminology is given in the book, that the biome. Okay, so what is biome? Biome is basically the subatomic level of biosphere that explain the geographical environment. Or if I could give you the example of geographical environment, so that can be desert. Like they are pointing out there the specific environment, a specific area. Desert, it can be ocean. So all these ecosystem, like species, community, then what do we say, ecosystem, biosphere, and biome, are they interact, like the human beings or the living thing interact with each other, and this is the rule of the life.